What if the next major global disaster isn't years away, but already quietly building beneath our feet? This isn't science fiction. It's a reality scientists in the Philippines are urgently warning about. Beneath the calm waters of the West Philippine Sea lies a sleeping giant, the Manila Trench, a hidden fault capable of triggering one of the most devastating earthquakes in the nation's history. This isn't just a local concern. It's a national emergency in waiting. The danger is real, the clock is ticking, and the question is simple. Will we be ready when the silence ends? The Manila Trench is no ordinary geological feature. It's a massive subduction zone where the Eurasian plate dives beneath the Philippine Sea plate. These colossal forces collide silently, building pressure over hundreds of years. And when that pressure is finally released, the result could be catastrophic. Experts say we're not looking at a possibility, we're staring down an inevitability. A magnitude 8.4 earthquake could erupt from this trench at any moment, hitting Luzon with unstoppable force. Cities like Metro Manila, home to over 13 million people, lie directly in the impact zone. This wouldn't just be another tremor. It would be the kind of quake that rewrites history, stronger than anything most Filipinos have ever experienced. PHIVOLCS, the National Authority on Volcanic and Seismic Activity, warns that the trench's long silence is not a sign of safety. It's a build-up, a warning disguised as peace. Imagine the ground trembling, not for seconds, but for several long minutes. Skyscrapers sway violently, roads crack open, communication fails, panic spreads like wildfire. And the earthquake? That's just the beginning. In coastal areas, the aftermath could be even worse. As the ocean floor shifts, the sea recedes, a chilling signal of what comes next. A massive tsunami. Walls of water rushing toward land at terrifying speeds, with only 5 to 20 minutes of warning for many communities. There won't be time for sirens. The earthquake itself is the alert. If the ground shakes violently and doesn't stop, move. Now don't wait for instructions. Don't collect your belongings. Don't stop to watch the sea. Run. The tsunami won't be a single wave. It could be a series, each more destructive than the last. These waves can surge kilometers inland, swallowing entire towns, flattening homes, and leaving nothing but debris. Metro Manila's low-lying areas could see water rushing through streets already crippled by the quake. Preparedness is no longer optional. It's urgent. Because once the shaking stops, a second race begins, a race against the sea. History has already shown us what happens when the warnings are ignored. In 2004, a magnitude 9.1 quake near Indonesia triggered a tsunami that killed over 230,000 people across Southeast Asia. In 2011, Japan's 9.0 quake and tsunami left nearly 20,000 dead, despite being one of the best prepared nations on Earth. And yet, the parallels to the Philippines are chilling. Densely populated coastlines, communities unaware of tsunami signs, limited early warning infrastructure. These aren't distant tragedies. They're blueprints of what could happen here if we do nothing. The Manila Trench is locked. GPS and seismic sensors confirm it's not releasing stress through small quakes. This seismic gap is a flashing red light, a sign that the next rupture could be massive. A quake of this magnitude would release more energy than thousands of Hiroshima-level atomic bombs. It would dwarf the strength of the 2010 Haiti earthquake by over 200 times. The shaking could last long enough to destroy not just buildings, but systems, transportation, electricity, healthcare, and even governance. Metro Manila would be ground zero. The skyline could become a wreckage of fallen towers. Liquefaction could cause buildings to sink or lean as the ground turns to liquid beneath them. Bridges would crumble. Emergency response teams would be stranded. Hospitals would overflow with injured people. Fires could break out from ruptured gas lines. Water and electricity would vanish, and with power and communications down, chaos would reign. This isn't just about individual safety, it's a national threat. Metro Manila generates roughly a third of the Philippines' entire economy. A megaquake could cripple the nation financially, socially, and politically. The cost of recovery would run into the hundreds of billions, and rebuilding could take decades. So no, this isn't alarmism, this is reality, and the time to act is right now. Government agencies like PHIVOLCS and the Office of Civil Defense are already taking steps. Hazard mapping, early warning systems, coastal monitors, public information campaigns, community drills. But these efforts only work if people participate. It's not enough to have systems. We need knowledge, behavior, and preparedness. We must enforce stricter building codes, retrofit vulnerable structures, bring disaster education to schools, train communities in evacuation drills, and most importantly, reach the most vulnerable, those who live along the coastlines, near rivers, and in rural areas far from fast alerts. Preparedness is everyone's responsibility. National government, local leaders, schools, churches, neighborhood groups, you. Start with your home. Create a family disaster plan. Choose meeting points and evacuation routes. Pack a go bag with essentials, water, food, flashlight, first aid, IDs, cash. Secure heavy furniture to prevent injury during shaking. Walk your evacuation path with your family. Know it by heart. Don't assume you'll be fine. Don't wait for someone else to act. You are your family's first responder. Speak to neighbors. Spread awareness. Get your community ready. Hold drills. Advocate for local preparedness programs. Ask your barangay captain if your area has a disaster plan. And if not, help create one. Preparedness is an act of patriotism. It's Bayanihan in motion, the collective spirit that has defined Filipinos for generations. When the fault awakens, it won't matter how rich or poor you are. It will matter who's ready. We cannot afford to be complacent. The calm sea may look harmless, but beneath it lies the greatest natural threat the Philippines faces. The Manila Trench is real. The danger is near. The time to prepare is now. Let fear become your fuel. Let awareness lead to action. The future of millions and the survival of a nation depends on what we do before the ground shakes. So ask yourself, when the silence breaks, will you be ready?